Welcome to the Shootin The Que podcast presented by Heath Riles Barbecue with tips, tricks, and an inside look at some of the top pitmasters in the game. Now here's your host, Heath Riles.
Welcome back to another episode of Shootin The Que. Today, I am joined with my lovely wife, Candace. How are you doing?
More like your frizzy-haired wife from
well,
the rain.
It's been raining today and spitting rain and threatening.
I don't know about lovely,
and,
but...
Well, I did spring the podcast on you kind of today.
Yes, you did. I was already out of the shower, and my hair was already not being dried today, but the rain made it even better for all the viewers to see.
Well, you know what? Ain't nothing wrong
all
with
natural
it.
Right here.
There's nothing wrong with it.
It's frizzy.
Looks like a kookaburra nest.
Hey, at least I have hair. You don't have to be rude.
That's correct. That's correct.
I could have just put a hat on, too, I guess.
Yeah, that's right. Well, we got a busy week ahead of us.
I feel like we've had a busy year already. But, yeah, this week is another week to add to the busyness.
Well, we are leaving in a couple of days, headed to the Jack Daniels in Lynchburg.
Yeah, so it's the actual contest is the 10th and 11th of October, which will be this Friday and Saturday. I can't believe it's already October, honestly.
I know. It don't seem right. Like it. It does not seem like it.
But we'll be at the Jack, and we'll be sharing, content while we're there on social media for everybody to watch.
If we can get it to upload.
True. The service there is usually not the best, but I feel like the last time we went, it was a little better than it was in previous years. But
me too.
I don't know how it is now. It's been a little bit. We were trying to remember the last time we went, but I don't think we ever looked it up to be.
I think it was 2018.
That's what we thought. I didn't know if we ever confirmed it.
So it's been about 7 years since I cooked the Jack. I think that's right. So maybe that lucky number 7 can be the year. I don't know.
So how do you feel about going into it?
I feel really good after the practice that we had. I know that I'm making some adjustments off of that practice. Just some really, really minor, just really appearance details and just paying attention to the greenery around the box, being very precise. And I know people say that doesn't matter. Well, to me, good-looking food eats better. That's me as a judge, and I'm a certified judge too. And I've been sitting at plenty of tables, and the food that comes around thrown in the box versus what's really, really sculpted to look good, you know what I mean, and stand out and be very precise. Just seems like the cream of the crop always rises to the top, no matter whose box that is.
Well, and I feel like if they're at the Jack, then obviously they have to be doing something right to have made it there, because it's not just anybody that's there. So
100%.
Everybody's going to look their best as far as the box and the greenery and all that, because a lot of these teams are doing this way more than we do anymore.
That's
right.
I
mean, to be honest.
I'm kind of a little bit out of practice on a lot of things. That's why I really want to do that full-on practice cook, because just my timing and building boxes and getting a feel for everything.
Yeah, we haven't done a KCBS contest in a while.
It's been a while.
I don't even remember the last one. I guess maybe the one in with Springfest.
Springfest.
I'm not sure. A few years ago, though. Mm-hmm. So what do you feel like is your strongest category besides ribs?
Well, I would usually say chicken, but I'm not cooking legs. I'm cooking thighs this time. But the thighs that we practiced with turned out great. So I don't see an issue or anything like that. Should be all 100% great.
So you already said you've made some tweaks to practice. Have you practiced again with those tweaks, or you're just in your mind going to do that?
No, I hadn't. I've cooked more ribs since then, of course, but no, I hadn't.
How do you feel that the Jack compares to other big contests like Memphis and May? Do you, in your mind, is it comparable to that contest or not really?
It is, because at Memphis and May you have judges that judge once a year and don't judge any other contests, and at the Jack you have judges that have been grandfathered in, or maybe celebrity judges that only judge once a year.
Or that maybe have never judged before.
Or maybe that's never judged, But they do usually have, the rest of the table is usually all certified judges.
True.
So it's usually one, per table. So if that person's score happens to be the lowest score at the table, it does drop off anyway, the way it works. Yeah. So I kind of see the tip for that. So you got to catch all those judges, you know, that are sitting at the table, all the certified judges. So I'm going to say it's kind of similar, you know, but I think at the Jack you have to get luckier than anything. I think Memphis and May, you've got to cook your way 100% and get lucky. But I think at the Jack you've got to cook really well and you got to get luckier for some reason. Just because you have 4 meats instead of 1, it's
true.
I mean, there's a lot of factors in me saying that. You got to nail 4 meats, be consistent versus 1, and just you got more judges too. You don't realize that. You have 21 judges that judges the total amount of boxes and entries, I think is right, on the MBN side, let's see, or Memphis and May side. 4 per table when it goes back. So, yeah, it would be more judges judging the KCBS contest, your entries, than it would be an MBN or MIM event.
Yeah. So any more last-minute tweaks or packing or equipment stuff that you need or still have to do?
Equipment-wise, I need to grab some more Yeti chairs out of my shop and load them.
Don't forget
a couple
those.
more coolers. My meat is coming in today or tomorrow, excuse me. It'll be here. Other than that, just got to load a few bags of charcoal up. Trailer's clean. I went through all the drawers this week. You know that, and I think I've needed some.
Still haven't put the stuff that I've reminded you about 8 times.
Well,
to
the
put
rags
in.
and the aprons, I haven't stuck them in there yet. You clean those and wash those. But I also need to grab some dish soap, some paper towels, and some half pans is what I'm out of in the trailer. Everything else is stocked, ready to go.
And don't forget to put my rain boots in there. I left them out for you.
And your rain boots.
I've asked you to put those in there several times too.
Well, they're not calling for any rain up there, but I know
I'd
we're
rather
still
be
gonna
safe
carry
than
them.
sorry.
100%.
And it could still be muddy if it is. I mean, it's raining here. I don't know if it's raining there today, but
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. But so you said you have, you know, the grill, the meat, the charcoal. Is there one thing that you should never forget to pack for the Jack competition?
One thing that I'd never forget to pack,
Yeah.
probably my seasonings and injections. I can borrow some meat from somebody.
Well,
I mean, making my everything up like I do and all that, I think having my proper equipment. But we have a checklist we go down. I try not to forget anything whatsoever. But knock on some wood, I'm probably going to forget something as soon as I said that now.
probably.
But my thermopan, make sure your batteries are changed in all your chef's alarms. You know, you really don't think about that when you're going to these small contests, but these big ones, I want to make sure everything is precise. I'm going to check my temps on my thermopans, make sure they're calibrated right with boiling water. I'm going to change out all my batteries and chef's alarms. I don't want nothing going dead or no surprises the morning while I'm cooking.
Yeah, I guess you never know.
Yeah.
So anything else about the Jack? I mean, thoughts?
I mean, I'm just looking forward to it. I know that we're turning in dessert too, you know. We've been working on some cheesecakes. I know that Francis practiced, I think probably a dozen cheesecakes are better by now. I think he's bringing 4 with him for the team to try. And he's cooking the last one he's turning in the day of. He knows which one he's turning in. But he's been practicing.
And that's why I passed the torch on to him, because I knew he would do such a great job at it.
That's right.
And I would not, because I did not have the time this year.
You have not had the time. You stay very busy with everything we have
I mean, I
going
know
on
he's
and the
busy
baby.
too. I know he's busy working and everything else, but he's made time.
I think other than that, it's just different there because you can't just run to the grocery store. There's nowhere to run to.
I mean, you can go to a grocery store.
I know, but you don't. There's nothing convenient to there, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
They have like that one store in town.
Yeah, I forgot about the one.
I mean, depending on what you're looking for, but you know.
Well, I guess cooking at the Jack is just different. Being down on in that park against that creek, it's usually cool.
Yeah, I think the highs are only in the 70s, lows in the 50s every day is what we've looked at so far.
Should be a great time.
Yeah, it'd be cool at night for sure.
For sure. Looking forward to the party on the hill. And so for everyone that don't know, on Friday night at the Jack Daniels, they usually throw a party on the hill. cocktails and food and all that, and have a music and band and pictures, and it's just usually a really, really good time. And it's almost like you can get lost in the moment up there, and I've never stayed up there and hugely party because I've always wanted to do well at the Jack, so I've always left semi-early. Or right after eating, usually it dusk dark, you know that.
It's cold sometimes.
It's usually sometimes really cold.
Sometimes it's not.
But it's a good time for sure.
So, speaking of cooking, you've had a few new recipes come out that everybody's really liking. One of them was the pineapple pork belly popsicles.
That's hard to say 3 times.
It kind of is hard to say one time.
Are you down with the PPP?
Belly. You forgot the B. Pork belly.
Yeah, just PPP.
Anyways.
Pork belly is one word.
So what made you think to cook those?
Just do something different. I found a little slab of pork belly in the grocery store, and I was like, wow, I could just go down this and cut this into sections and skewer them up and call them popsicles. So I was just walking by them and seen them. I was like, oh, that'd be great just to walk and cut that'd probably make 8 or 10 right there. That's all I need, because, usually buying a big belly, you're buying a huge belly.
Yeah.
You got to freeze half of it. This was like a quarter of a belly. So this was like perfect.
Where'd you find it at?
At Piggly Wiggly.
Oh.
At our local grocery store. It was just a Prairie Fresh pork belly, but it was very small, about a quarter of a belly, maybe a little less than a quarter of a belly. So.
And you cooked it on the Camp Chef Woodwind Pro.
I did. Camp Chef pellet grill, which is a good grill. Haven't had any, knock on wood, issues with it so far. Cooked on it dozens of times. And it's been a trooper so far.
So you cooked at 275 for about 2.5 hours with that.
I did. And then we made a braising liquid up, and we used pineapple juice, some of our pineapple habanero glaze, and a little bit of our barbecue sauce, and mixed up and kind of poured over it. That pineapple juice really thinned out that barbecue sauce and just let it just get a nice thin coating on it.
So you seasoned with the honey chipotle rub, it says. Mm-hmm. I thought that was good.
It turned out really good. I know you weren't there to try the popsicles, but on the Saturday after that, we were there, and for lunchtime, I had some left. And do you remember me chopping that up and making a taco out of it? I warmed up some tortilla shells.
You ate it. I didn't.
I thought you tried some too. Did you not?
Did I? I don't know.
I thought you did. You may not have.
Maybe.
You did.
I don't remember.
I know you did. You did. You 100% did.
What did I say?
Made that. You said it was good.
I don't remember.
I had made the pickled onions, and I had made a creamy avocado
I remember the pickled
sauce.
onions and all that. I don't remember the.
And I done the pork belly, and I warmed up some little street tacos, and we had a couple each for lunch. Yeah, I think Collins was kind of running everywhere that day is the reason you don't remember.
So what's a common mistake that you feel like people make when they're cooking pork belly? Because I do feel like, I don't know, I feel like we've had some pork belly at restaurants, which I know that's probably like a whole different ball game trying to do pork belly at a restaurant, but it's just sometimes it's not good. It's not cooked enough. It's not rendered down, I guess, would be my perception of it. I don't know if I'm right.
I think you are 100% right on that. And I do think cooking pork belly at a lower temp, I think 275 is about the max, if you ask me. I'll run up to 300 on a grill, but I think anything over 300, but I think 250 is probably the sweet spot for pork belly if you have the time to really let it render. I just think that's a sweet spot between that 250, 275. The high heat, to me, pork belly seems like it makes it chewy.
Yeah.
Versus, and it also depends on how you wrap. You want to wrap meat side down and kind of let your fat keep getting the heat up top, if you can, in your foil.
So how do you know with pork belly when it's perfectly done? Like when it's done, I guess.
It's about like a brisket. You're hitting over 200 degrees. I mean, depending on what temp you cook, you not know your finished temp's going to be. I mean, 205 is a good number to shoot for, 203, 205, 210. Just kind of depends on what temp you were cooking at. But I think it's going to be just like a brisket or just like a rib. Anything to really be tender, you're going to be at that 200 or better mark.
Yeah.
Especially depending on the temp you cook it at. Now, if you cook that pork belly at 225, it may finish out less than 200. It'd be a long time to cook Cook a pork belly.
So, like a lot of other meats, do you feel like you need to let pork belly rest or no?
I do. I feel like if you leave it wrapped up in your pan, once you pull it off and really let it steam down and rest a little bit, I think it is a little bit better. Just like any of the other meats that you handle, like a pork butt, like ribs,
Yeah.
any of that.
$20. Where's that jar?
Yeah, my phone was ringing over here. Mm-hmm. Spam call. What do you know?
Mm-hmm. Probably something you're trying to buy without me knowing.
No, it was
tractor,
a spam call.
gun. Who knows?
I mean, I'm telling you what I'm doing if I'm doing something.
Told me this weekend you might buy a boat. I mean,
I told you I was going to buy a boat. I didn't say it might. I said I was going to buy a boat. But I'm just looking for a little John boat. I'm not looking for nothing. I don't even want a motor on it. I'm just looking for a trolling motor. I need something I can throw in these ponds and these little government lakes. You know, I like going a little, wetting a hook, doing a little fishing every now and then, sneaking off.
Well, back to the pork belly popsicles. Are there any other flavors in your lineup that you would like to try that with?
The whole lineup you would be fine with doing, no matter what flavor you want to do. You could use honey rub, comp rub, sweet rub, honey rub.
You already said that.
Well, the honey chipotle. I mean, you get, but any of the barbecue rubs, pecan, apple, cherry, peach. It depends on what flavor profile you really wanted to go for.
I bet the pecan rub would be good, and then use the peach glaze.
Probably so.
Or the pecan rub with the maple glaze too.
The maple one is good. We've done like a maple pork belly.
I bet the peach and the pecan would be good together.
Now, also cooking a pork belly like a brisket's really good, and then slicing it up and letting it rest. And I think that's where probably in restaurants that you've seen a lot of that, they'll smoke it whole like that, and they cut it in thick slices, and they're usually just searing it on a char griller and brushing barbecue sauce on it and calling it pork belly.
I'm trying to think, like, I don't even know which restaurants. I know one restaurant that we've ordered it several times, and it's usually good, but I know there have been other restaurants that we've, more so you want to try it, because I'm kind of always leery of trying certain things at a restaurant anyway, and that's just probably because I'm spoiled by you and all your friends and how good everybody can cook. But because I guess when you start going to, you always say it's hard to cook competition quality in a restaurant setting, and I guess I'm so used to competition quality of things that when I go to taste in some of the don't get me wrong, there are some restaurants that are excellent. I'm not saying there's not, but a lot of times I feel disappointed when it comes to pork belly or bacon, like varieties of bacon. Like I know there's a local restaurant here that you can do the hanging bacon. Remember we got all the, I don't know the names of all the bacon. You do, I guess, but you were not impressed by that appetizer. It was okay, but I feel like we're always excited to try it because that's what we do. But
well, and it gives me ideas for some of these
a letdown
different
sometimes.
things that I come back and do. You know what I mean?
But I will say one of the best ones that I can remember is the pork belly with the maple cotton candy on top. Would you agree with that from the
100%,
restaurant
100%.
in Nashville? And we've actually taken competition people there, and they agree. I feel like
some of them ordered that again at the table.
Multiple
like
orders in the same
order,
night.
would order again.
Yeah, we haven't been there or ordered that in a long time, but I know it used to be good.
And that is at Cane Prime in Nashville.
It is.
Maple.
I don't remember the exact name of the dish, but it's an appetizer, and it's a pork belly.
Cotton candy pork belly.
And it has like maple flavored cotton candy on top.
No, the cotton candy is not maple.
It's not
flavored.
maple?
Mm-mm. It's maple on the pork belly itself.
And then just regular
and
cotton
it's really
candy.
rendered good, and
I don't remember.
then they just have cotton candy on top. So you take a pinch of the cotton candy and the pork belly and put it in your mouth at once. And you would think that would be like a overload.
It really isn't, even
not.
for me to say that, because as I always say, I don't like overly sweet meat.
It's sweet and savory, and it's kind of like taking a salted ruffled potato chip and putting some chocolate ice cream on it.
Ew. Well, I guess that's like when you're a kid. Did you ever take the Wendy's French fry and dip in the Frosty?
Yeah, that's sort of like that. But the Ruffles with the chocolate ice cream is better, or Frosty, or any of that.
I'm not a fan of chocolate.
The
ice
salty
cream,
and the
really,
chocolate sweet or like Frosty flavor.
like when
that.
you say chocolate ice cream and then you say Frosty, though, I feel like those are not the same.
a milk chocolate ice cream.
Yeah.
Not dark chocolate ice cream.
I know. I feel like Frosty is its own flavor.
It is. It's like a weakened chocolate.
I guess that's why I like it, because I don't like rich or strong chocolate, but I don't mind a Wendy's Frosty occasionally. I think they make those in all flavors now too.
Yeah.
I haven't had any of them, but
I believe so.
that seems like that should be a crime. Ruined it all, I guess.
Maybe.
So one of the other recipes that you did recently was the Texas Twinkie Dip. So you basically took a Texas Twinkie and turned it into a dip.
I had bought a bag of jalapenos, and I was like, man, I want to do some Texas Twinkies, but I don't want to sit here and decor all these jalapenos and do all this mess. And I said, I'm just going to make this into a dip. Everything else gets made into a dip. So we just started playing and adding stuff to it and done it. And I think I said it in the video, I think I would add a little bit more, maybe some heavy cream or some milk to thin it out. Just a little bit, just a little bit to make it a little more creamy.
Yeah, because you said for this recipe, you had never actually practiced it.
No.
Usually you do try to practice stuff, but for this one you had not. You just did it on a whim.
We just done it on a whim. I mean, I had bought everything to make Texas Twinkies with, and I had some leftover brisket. And I was just like, well, I'm just going to do this into a dip. I'm sitting there looking at the skillet, and I'm sitting there looking at everything, and I'm like, do I really want to do all this prep work or just mix it in a bowl and throw it in a skillet? I mean, that was really the gist of it for me.
So would you say you would add cream?
Yeah, I would probably add some milk or heavy cream or something. I felt like it was a solid dip, but I felt like it needed just a little more creaminess. I mean, just a little more.
Maybe sour cream.
I mean, yeah, you could add sour cream to it 100%.
After looking at the ingredients here, I'd maybe do sour cream over just cream, but I'm sure you could make either work.
Yeah, either will work.
So you did this on the Smokin' Brother Premiere at $3.50.
We could have even added mayonnaise in it. That would have been fine too.
I'm surprised you didn't. So that's really all you would change, is it, if you made that again, was just add a little more creaminess to it?
I would.
And what did you eat that with?
Just some chips, some Fritos.
Oh, really?
Some Frito scoops.
I didn't know if it would be better with like pita chips or something like that. I guess any
I don't
plain
feel
chip,
like it was. I felt like the Frito chip to me
because it's like, well, a corn
was
chip.
really good. Yeah, the corn chip was just really good. I felt like tortilla chips may not been for it, but I felt like the scoops was really, really good. I mean, just different.
So Ryan from Smokin' Brothers stopped by when you cooked this dish, and what surprised you, or what did you learn about the grill that you didn't know before talking with him?
Just a little bit more understanding of the controller, how to work the auger of the controller and things like that.
I feel like we've had those talks with him before, but on different grills.
He's like, you know, you can speed this up and that. And I'm like, no, I didn't know that. So, but I mean, it's nice having the grill manufacturer there cooking with you and
because he knows the grill better than
anybody. It's an
anybody.
American-made grill made out of, the St. Louis area. I mean, what can you say? And Ryan he now owns Gateway and Smokin' Brothers pellet grills. Both of them are solid in the industry. What more can you say?
So how was it cooking with Ryan?
Oh, great.
So
Can't wait to go hang out at an event with him coming up in November in Cape Girardeau. We're actually doing a deal up there.
yeah, I'm not going to make that one, but I'll be there for the other event that we have, or that we go to every year, I assume.
In January, yes.
Yeah, in January. I always want to say February, but I guess it is January. I don't
So the
know
event
why.
she's speaking on behalf would be the, what's the proper name for it?
When Pigs Fly.
When Pigs Fly.
Sorry, both of our minds
both
went
of
blank.
us. Yeah, the When Pigs
charity
Fly
event.
event in Cape Girardeau, Missouri, which is benefiting a ton of charities, and it's all on the inside. You can come out and get samples and things like that. And it's usually the third weekend of July. January.
Well, it'll be
Third
sweating.
weekend of January on that Saturday.
I was going to say, I can't make that. It'd be too hot.
Yeah, it will
Be
in
too
July,
hot.
for sure.
Better move that event to the beach or something.
But it's nice in the cold there, though. It's cold outside, right? But when you get inside, it's just like,
Sometimes it snows.
I got to come out of my jacket. It's too much.
Well, and then you're going to
Smell like smoke.
Smell like a smoke shack by the end of the day, but that's just how it is.
I mean, you're used to me coming home like that, smelling smoky, and
both of us.
Yeah, you're always telling me to get in the shower and this and that.
Yeah, I don't want that smell in my bed.
Well, it's had it in it a lot.
So apparently people in the comments of talking about the Texas Twinkie Dip, back to that, thought that you were actually using Twinkies, and they were not familiar with what a Texas Twinkie is. So what's your reaction to that?
Well, I thought
They see a big dude and think, oh, this big dude's using some Twinkies in a dip.
Yeah, they probably didn't call me a big dude. That's what they probably saying. I wonder if he's going to sniff down a 12-pack.
I don't know that they said anything like that.
Well, I've not had a Hostess Twinkie, and I can't tell you how long.
Oh, gosh, I haven't either.
I don't know. The Hostess Bakery, I guess, went out of business here, right, in Memphis. And you've seen a lot of Hostess around. They're still in stores, but not like they were, right? But yeah, I just don't buy those. I can't tell you. I ain't gonna say that I don't eat them maybe once in a blue moon, but I don't buy them.
Speaking of, like, don't they make different flavors of those now too?
I think so.
I feel like I've walked by them in the store, like banana flavored or chocolate cream, like weird stuff.
Well,
they ruin everything. I'm telling, and I don't even know who they is, but they ruin everything.
Well, I will say this
They ruined the
much.
Frosty and the Twinkies.
I did see where Mitchell just got some different flavored moon pies.
I did see that. And
it was a birthday cake flavored moon pie.
And a guava.
And a blueberry. Which I've seen the blueberry.
I've seen blueberry before.
But the birthday cake freaked me out with sprinkles.
I've never seen the birthday cake. I've never seen the guava. But where is it? Is it Bass Pro Shop that you can go that has all, like, a large variety, or they used to? I guess they still do. I personally have not been to a Bass Pro in quite a while. You've been since I have.
I need to go now and eat some fish and tacos.
I've always liked the banana ones.
I like the banana, but I also like the vanilla. But I always like roasting them over a campfire and getting them warm, kind of like a s'more. That was always, we done that as kids. I did.
We tried another odd flavor not that long ago, and I don't remember what it was, but there's a local store.
Orange?
Was it Orange? Down South Haven Supply that we shop with. And they have a variety of, like, the mini ones.
It was orange.
And she gave us some and said, here, try these.
They had a salted caramel, too.
They did. They had a bunch of flavors. I guess they make all kinds of flavors of those now. But, yeah, I would be interested in the birthday cake and I don't know about the guava. That's kind of strange. I like guava juice because I remember when we used to go to Jamaica all the time, guava juice was always stocked in the room and the thing, and it's really good mixed with champagne if you hadn't ever tried it.
With champagne.
It is.
Well, it's good.
So, no reaction to the Twinkies and the dip? Really?
No, I mean, it was not. I can't believe more people didn't know what a Texas Twinkie was.
I guess if you're not into, like, the whole barbecue vibe, you probably wouldn't know what that is.
I mean, but for anybody that's kind of in the cooking world, everybody kind of knows what a Texas Twinkie is. It's one of those iconic side dish things that has been around. I don't even know who invented a Texas Twinkie. I'd have to go back and look and see that because I'm sure it's 2 or 3 people that claims they probably invented it.
So I guess it's just called Texas Twinkie because of brisket?
Because of brisket in it, yes. Yes.
So we could invent a Mississippi one and put, like, hot dog in it or something?
Well, is Mississippi known for hot dogs?
No, I don't know what Mississippi's known for.
I guess I could do a rib Twinkie, right?
How would that work?
Well, you'd have to get a rib really tender, take the bone off of it, probably cut that rib finger in half, and then stuff it up in there with the cheese.
So it'd be like a McRib Twinkie.
Yeah. Good idea.
That's weird. I don't know about all that.
McRib Twinkie. I don't know about that either.
Yeah, I don't.
It would be good, though. I mean,
But
it's barbecue.
They've done, like, I've seen, I don't know that it would still be called a Texas Twinkie, but you can do it with other meats beside brisket, like pulled pork and stuff too, right?
Yes. Who?
Or really any, I'm sure you could
Matt
do chicken.
Pittman just done a recipe, and he got the idea from somebody in North Carolina or somewhere. I don't know. It was a restaurant, and I watched this video, and I could not.
Clearly, you did not pay attention.
Well, I watched Matt's video, but I watched the other video too of the people doing it. They done a North Carolina Twinkie, maybe is what it was. They were doing it with pork and maybe pimento cheese.
That'd probably be good, actually. Depending if it's the right kind of pimento cheese.
I think it was pork and pimento cheese.
I'm really picky about my pimento cheese too, but if it was good, then that would be good.
Yeah, it'd have to be good. I mean, we've had a lot of pimento cheese stuffed dishes with different things like that, and I would say you probably would like the pimento cheese better because when you do eat stuffed like peppers, right? Mm-hmm. You like that kind of cheese, and I usually like cream cheese in mine.
Yeah, I usually like the cheddar stuffed peppers, and you like the cream cheese.
That's right.
Like if you go to Sonic and get those, they're delicious.
I like Arby's if you're gonna have some. With the cream cheese, that's where.
Yeah, Sonic has the cheddar.
I've always been a cream cheese fan inside stuffed.
I mean, I like cream cheese, but I just don't like it in that aspect, I guess.
Yeah.
So.
Well, what are some of your other favorite dishes you would use cream cheese or cheese stuffed in?
I feel like we use cream cheese in a lot of stuff. I don't know.
I do those little sweet peppers. I like those, buying the sweet peppers and stuff with cream cheese wrapped in bacon. I've been doing those for probably 15 years now and just using sweet rub on them. I
mean, I feel like lots of dips we make has cream cheese in it. I mean, that we used to make that like a baked onion dip, that jalapeno dip. I mean, all kinds of dips have it.
I haven't made the jalapeno dip in a long time. I've never made it on camera.
With the breadcrumb top?
Yeah.
It's good. Haven't made it in a while. But I even have a spaghetti dish that I make that has cream cheese in it.
Well, that's the millionaire spaghetti.
Yeah, $1 million spaghetti.
$1 million spaghetti. And for anybody who's never had that with the cottage cheese and cream cheese and all that and layered like a lasagna, it is good. I almost like it better than regular spaghetti myself. I don't know why, but
then, of course, I used to make cheesecakes all the time. I was known for that, and that was cream cheese based. But I will say you learn, or I learned real quick, you don't use off-brand cream cheese when you want a real good
cheesecake. Classic
cheesecake. I could tell a difference personally. Maybe it's just me, but I didn't prefer to use off-brand. I always use like Philadelphia because I could tell a difference.
Yeah, 100%.
But
100%.
Even soups that I've made have, like I think the taco soup that I make has cream cheese. I mean, I can put cream cheese in a lot and be fine. And I'll put cream cheese on a dish and put pepper jelly over it and eat it with crackers. I mean,
me too. And well, me, I'm a cream cheese addict. All sushi has got to have cream cheese.
I agree with that. I put cream cheese in all my sushi as well.
In my rolls, anyway.
Well, and I'm not the one making it, so I shouldn't say I put it in there because Lord knows I don't know how to make sushi. But when I order it at the restaurant, I ask them to please put cream cheese in it for me, and they do.
That's right.
But outside of that, I've seen a lot of fall debate on social media. A lot of people talking about candy corn and candy pumpkins. Okay. And I've seen them in the stores. And I've even bought the candy pumpkins, the little orange with the little green. So what are your thoughts on those?
People that like them, I get it. And I can eat a candied corn, but it's just not my cup of tea.
I like the pumpkins.
It almost like you made the comment earlier. It tastes like, somebody said it tastes like crayons.
Well, I've seen lots of people posting on social media, basically pictures of candy corn and the candy pumpkins, basically saying if you're buying these, like you probably ate crayons as a kid. But well, I mean,
I'm not going to say I ate full-on crayons, but I did. Like any kid probably took a bite off of it. I mean, I ain't going to say I didn't spit it out. I didn't swallow it, but
I don't remember ever eating a crayon.
I didn't eat it, but you know what I mean.
I don't remember tasting it. I do remember tasting Play-Doh because it was salty, and everybody would tell you it was salty, so you just like barely taste it.
I never ate Play-Doh.
I didn't eat it.
You just touched it, right?
Yeah, just all you had. If you had been playing with Play-Doh and you licked your finger, you could taste it because it was so salty. I don't know if it's still that way today or not. You've tried it?
No, I'm like, I don't know.
You're shaking your head like, yeah, it is.
No, that ain't what I was shaking my head for.
What?
Nothing.
I don't want to know, probably.
You probably don't.
So what other fall? I feel like in the fall you see a lot more candy apples and caramel apples and that kind of thing. I personally have never made those, but I know you said your grandmother used to make Was it candied or caramel?
She done both. She
did
done
both.
caramel. She done caramel with nuts, and she done candied. And at Halloween, there would be 10 to 15, 20 cars trying to turn in our driveway.
Because she only made so many.
She would make
at
somewhere in the
Halloween.
neighborhood. Some years she'd make 150, and it got to where they was making upwards of 300 apples.
And that's
finally,
what she gave away for Halloween.
She
like
gave
when
away
trick-or-treaters came.
Well, hold up. She gave away candy too, and she made popcorn balls.
Oh, I remember you saying that also.
But the candied apples was the adults and the things like that. It was just like everybody knew to come when they brought their kid there. They was gonna get a candied or caramel apple or something like that. My grandmother just always done that. I mean, her, my aunt, my mom, all of them. I mean, it was just, my family, I guess, was known for food and all that, and everybody around town knew my grandmother baked cakes and pies for the holidays, her and my aunt, and things like that, and her caramel cake and coconut cakes and chocolate pies and all that kind of things. And I don't know, Halloween just was always a big thing when we was a kid like that till we got up to where we were almost teenagers, I guess. And that, I don't want to say faded out, but it kind of stopped as my grandmother got older and we got older, because I think we didn't trick-or-treat anymore when we got to about the age of 13, 14. I didn't trick-or-treat. I rolled yards in.
Yeah, you can't do that anymore. I
What?
mean, kids
Rolled
still
yards?
do it, but you can actually, like, get in big trouble for that now. You can go to jail.
Out in the country, people are still doing it.
Well, yeah, well, people still do it around here, but it's a bigger deal than it used to be, apparently, I guess.
I mean, it really used to be bad in the town we were in Ashland, Mississippi, because I've seen, when I was a kid, there was a factory there that had like shredded fabric they kept in a trailer to go get hauled off. And I forgot what they made there. I cannot remember. I was a kid. But I remember somebody broke in that trailer and they strode all that stuff out in a yard. And they had to pick that up. They got in trouble over that.
So did you ever have any other, like, Halloween traditions that your family did? Not really.
What did we eat every Halloween? It was chili. We ate chili every Halloween. Was kind of a quick meal. They would start cooking it early in the day, and it was just on the pot because they were usually still making the last round of candied apples that day because they go pretty quick and do them at night. But usually chili had been on the stove all day, and we had a bowl of chili.
Yeah.
And now for us, the tradition is about every Halloween started when we started dating and lived together and all that and married. We have chili dogs.
That's what I had.
Every
as a kid.
Halloween, that's what you said y'all had, and that's kind of what we've had adopted.
Just because it was quick, as like you said, something quick that you could eat and then go trick or treat all night, basically. So, but I mean, I guess we can still do that. I don't know. Our little kid's so picky with her. She'll eat a hot dog. I don't know about
She
the
just
chili.
won't eat the chili.
Yeah, she'll eat the hot dog.
She'll eat the hot dog. She will take a corn dog and peel the breader out from around it and eat the hot dog off the stick.
Sometimes she eats the breading, but not often, which
Not
is
often.
most opposite of most other kids, I feel like.
That's right. She's a hot dog and some ketchup or ranch.
So what, did you have any favorite costumes that you remember from Halloween when you were a kid?
I don't remember if I had a favorite one or not.
I don't remember like a favorite one of my own. I know I've seen pictures that my mom or my parents took, but I do have some pictures that stick in my memories. My grandfather, my mom's dad, one Halloween, he dressed up as Frankenstein. And I don't know if you've seen this picture. I was a clown that year, and I'm standing next to him. But he was like full-fledged. He even had the platform shoes that were like this tall. And he walked around with me and trick-or-treated that year. And I just remember, because he was my grandfather, you know, not who can say that their grandfather dressed up and went. I mean, a lot of people probably can, but it was just really cool. And I know my mom has a picture of us that I've seen frequently. And then my other set of grandparents on my dad's side, one year they kind of tricked us after I had already been to their house and went trick-or-treating and stuff. We were back at our house and still doing, trick-or-treaters were still coming. Well, they dressed up and came trick-or-treating, but they were so disguised that we didn't even know it was them. So they told us after the fact, kind of showed us a picture of what they had dressed up like. And at the time, me and my parents and my uncle, which was their other son, lived in the same neighborhood. So they trick-or-treated at both houses, and none of us ever knew that it was them until way after the fact. Wow. So that was kind of funny. And I remember those costumes that they were in.
That's pretty cool.
But
I don't remember any costumes that I had.
I remember being just like basic stuff. I remember being a clown. I remember being a witch.
I was a cowboy one time. I don't remember.
Collins is going to be a mermaid this year.
Mermaid.
That's all she likes.
Well, I'm cooking chili dogs.
She'll eat the dog.
But, well, back to this week. I guess wrapping up this podcast, it's going to be time for me to get rolling, and I've about got the trailer loaded, and I've got to gather those last few supplies and load everything up and get ready to get everything going. And
this will be our last competition of the year.
It will be.
We normally, don't always cook this one. So we probably won't cook again until, what, South Haven?
South Haven, yep.
Contest-wise.
Next April.
Will be a next contest.
But we do have an event going to in November.
We do.
In Hondo, Texas, which will be Al Fragoni's live fire event there. And I'm going to be a judge there. So that's going to be a good time.
I'll be there for moral support.
You'll be there for moral support. Should be a really, really good time. The couple days of hanging out, and should be a good time. Looking forward to that in November.
I think we, hopefully have maybe the Key West event will come back next year. I'm hoping. I've heard. So my fingers are crossed for that for sure. I'm hoping that
I've got a good feeling it's going to be.
We can
back.
see that maybe in early next year is what I've heard through
March
through the grapevine, but I don't know for sure. You never know; things can always change. That was always a fun time.
Well, I guess this episode's about wrapped. I guess it's time for me to get to work and finish our prep on loading the trailer for the Jack Daniels. And I guess the next episode when we talk to y'all, we'll have some results. So we'll see y'all then. We're headed to the Jack.
If you have any comments or suggestions for future episodes, please feel free to reach out to us on our social media channels. Leave us a review if you've enjoyed the show. And until next time, keep shooting the Que.